So welcome back to where we began. Again, I'm Olivia, I'm a senior in IBCP, I'm also an ambassador for the school. So you've seen what IB has to offer, you've seen all the programs we have, all the cool things we have going on, and you want to be a part of it now, hopefully, so yay. But in this video, we're gonna be talking about more of the practical things like costs, requirements, deadlines, and the path you will take on the road to IBCP candidacy. The IBCP beginnings, well, you don't really take the courses until you're a junior and senior, but the beginnings of being an IBCP start when you're a sophomore. So as a sophomore, you will take an IB interview. It's called sophomore interviews. So if you're interested in CP, you will put in an application, you will interview with one or more IB teachers here at Hillsborough. So they'll just be wanting to get to know you, hear what you have to say about IB, why you want to be a part of it, because it's definitely a certain kind of person that needs to be an IBCP, so they want to see that you are the right fit for the program. But don't be freaked out, it's not like they're going to ask you like pressing questions, they just want to know who you are, so talking about yourself is the best thing to do. It's easy, because you know yourself hopefully, and they'll also be talking to you about what they expect from students and what you will be going through as an IBCP student. So that's that. So you start that process as a sophomore, and I believe they start those second semester. Just for a quick disclaimer, because this is something that people need to know. IB does cost money, for sure. All IB candidates have a candidacy fee of $160, plus a $30 processing fee, and this is due by the fall semester of your junior year. So you start taking IB classes your junior year, and you have to pay that fee then too, by fall break. Each course also has a subject fee of $110, so per class you pay that fee. And that is due by the fall semester of your senior year, end of it. You need to pay these fees because if you don't pay them, you won't be able to sit for the tests you take as a senior in the spring. And if you want to take those tests, you won't get the certificate or the diploma, so if you don't take the tests. So you need to pay those fees by the time they're due. You can pay them in your junior year if you want to. You can make payments on them throughout the course of that time if you want. You can save up over time. So there's lots of ways you can make it work. Depending on what courses you take, you may want to count on extra fees, such as in English, you have to buy your own books when you study literature. There are supply fees for art and music, I'm sure, field trips, things like that you will have to pay for. So count on paying more than that, but you know, it's not going to be like a whole lot more, but there will be things you have to pay for in it as well, as you would with any, program you're in. There is no fee for personal and professional skills. You do not pay a fee for that class. That class is a gift to you, so say thank you, because you don't have to pay for that class, and there's not a test for it either. Moving on to testing, which is how you get your IB diploma. So testing occurs, it begins at the end of April of your senior year typically, and it goes on until mid-May. Some classes do go on after graduation, so when you're a senior taking these tests, your tests for IB may continue after graduation, so know that, keep that in mind if that's like a deal breaker for you. Testing does happen off campus usually, but it may not when you're a senior, so they'll tell you. They make the schedules way before you're even in school. They do it over the summer, so they have a plan, and they will tell you of that plan way in advance. You do have to be there to test. These are hard deadlines, non-negotiable, so if you're sick or something like that, you still need to go and test. If there's a situation like an emergency when you just absolutely cannot be there, they can appeal to the IB organization, but that's really hard to do. It takes a lot of time. So be there for the tests, study, and you will do fine. A big thing that parents definitely want to hear if they're paying for it, whoever's paying for it. Score refunds. If you score at least a 3 on your IB test, you will get reimbursed for that course. So depending on how many courses you pass, you will get that money back. You do not get the candidacy fee back of $160, but if you pass the test, you will get paid back those subject fees, which is nice. So do your best, try and study, because whoever's wallet you are taking it out of to pay for these classes will thank you if you pass and get the money back. And don't let the cost of the IB program sway you from joining. There are definitely ways. It just takes planning, it takes time, but you can make it work if you communicate with your family and make sure you can make it happen. Thank you so much, and I hope you choose CP.
Rewrite the H to Hillsborough, rewrite the H to Hillsborough, yeah. Rewrite the H to Hillsborough, rewrite the H to Hillsborough, yeah.